Hi, everybody. A very good evening to you all. This is Aishwarya from Geeks for Geeks, and you are here at our Geeks for Geeks School YouTube channel in our webinar series, Know the Young Geek. So, basically, you guys are aware about our series. Most of you are aware about the series, but yes, like I always do, I'll tell you guys like what this series about. This series about inviting young coders to the web to conduct webinar with us. Webinar is in a form like very chill conversation to know their schedule, to know how they are proceeding in their coding careers and how they are excelling in that, so that it can help other students who are pursuing coding and want to pursue code to prepare their roadmap and achieve their targets. And they also get to know that they are not here alone. There are other people in the like them who are going through the same problem or who are experiencing the same phase. So it's from the geeks by the geeks, like I always say. And so yeah, let's begin our today's session. For our today's session, we have Mr. Parth Saxena with us. He is a 10th standard student and from St. Teresa School, Senior Secondary School. So I'll be adding parts to the stream, and then we'll talk to him. We'll understand his way of working, his journeys, his experiences. So without wasting any time, let's quickly add part to the stream and begin with the webinar. Hi Parth, how
Hello.
are you?
Hello. Good evening, ma'am. I'm fine. How are you?
I'm also good. So Parth, how excited you are about today's session?
I'm super excited. I'm
Cool,
very
perfect.
energetic.
Okay, cool. That's great. So, without wasting any time, let's quickly begin with your introduction and your school. About tell us about you and your school.
So, hello everyone. I'm Parth Saxena. I'm 16 years old and I'm from St. Teresa School, Gwalior. I'm currently working on some Python projects and programming projects, artificial intelligence, and all. That's it. That's all about me.
Cool, great. So, Parth, my next question from you will be related towards your inclination towards coding. So, without wasting any time, let's understand that when did you start to have an inclination towards coding, that you want to learn to code? What was that point? Was that age? So,
Yeah,
please
so
tell us.
I started in class six. So in class six, I was really into like how to customize all this stuff, how to customize and making your apps, how you can customize your device the way you want. So I started looking that towards that stuff. Then I started to know about all the coding languages, programming languages, and all things we can do in that. So at the first, I searched like how what languages can we learn in the start. So I started with Python. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. So, in which standard you started coding?
sixth standard.
Sixth standard. So, it's been, I would say, like 4 years that you are coding, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah. And how was the, so basically, how was the beginning? Like when you
So
started
in the
to
big,
code, what
yeah,
was
in
your
the
experience?
so in the beginning, I used to watch YouTube tutorials on how on Python and all other tutorials on app building, software making with Python, and that's it. So like Python, and I also started in like game building. So game development,
Okay.
I started game development in C Sharp. I built some games, but they were not really that good, so I stopped that and I continued with Python again.
Okay, okay. So my next question will be related to this only. Like, what attracted you towards coding? You've mentioned that inclination. Okay, like what was that particular thing that attracted you towards coding? That okay, that's why you want to do coding.
Yeah. So there are basically two things. First, that I want to build my own apps the way I want them, and the
Okay,
second thing is I want to make some games. So like I'm really into game development and how games work, and how to present your stories and through games. So I started searching for game development, and then I got to know that you have to learn programming and all stuff. So that's why I started programming.
okay. So basically, games took
Yeah.
you to this direction, right? Your
Yeah.
love for developing games. Cool, very
Yes.
good. Nice. So, okay. So now as we know that it's your 10th standard. I hope that you will be having boards, or there are
Yeah.
boards,
They're
right?
both
Right.
next month.
Yeah. So, there is a pressure of study from school as well. I understand
Yes.
that it is bit. easier now when you are not going to schools, but yeah, there was supposed to be a time when you were going to school, and you are managing this code, your coding, learnings and
Yes,
everything,
yes, yes.
and also with the boards going on,
Yeah,
boards on your head, because
online
kuch bhi
classes
ho,
are just
matlab-
great.
yeah, because
They give so much time to work on yourself and your things.
yeah, they do. But if I'll talk about especially boards, be it online classes, be it on offline classes, there is a special, a pressure on a mind, on a student mind, that
Yes,
okay, this is board.
yeah.
So it is very difficult stage. So how do you manage all that between? How do you manage to, balance out everything, like
So
that
so
nothing would get
basically,
affected?
yeah. Yeah, so basically what I do is first I have like my schedules. So like I create a schedule for the entire day, like what I have to do, everything. And then I try to fulfill all the main things first, like all the studies and all. So I have coaching too. So like first I attend all the coaching stuff and also all the projects and all the chapters that I have to learn. And in the evening and in the night, all the time that I have left, that I spend on all the programming stuff.
Okay, so you basically, there is a proper chart, I would schedule, that you
Schedule.
have maintained,
Yes,
that
yes, yes,
okay,
yes.
that this time is allotted for this, that time is allotted for some other thing. Okay,
Yes,
and
and if the
and
project, yeah, yeah,
yes,
continue,
please,
please continue.
you can complete, and then I'll put my
Uh,
question for ahead.
Yeah, so I try to complete all the schedule, all the things that I have in the list. So if anything is not completed, first I try to do that because if it's not completed, then the other day's schedule will be altered and so
Absolutely.
on and so on, and so it will just create backlogs. So first thing I do is not to create any backlogs.
Okay, okay. So what I was saying is that is what this has been the same when you were in school, or there has been a change in your schedule
No,
when
no, no.
this
There has been
on
a
offline?
great,
I
there has
understand
been
there
a
has been
great
change,
change.
but can you please differentiate about both the scenario, taking in consideration both the scenarios?
Yeah. So see, the first thing is that in earlier classes till ninth there was no pressure. So so I didn't used to study that much at home, and I still used to get good marks without even studying that much. So I could like spend most of my time invest in coding and all. But now the things have changed. I have to study. I have to attend coaching also. So time management is
Yes.
the key. Because like I am getting very less time in this time, even after online classes and all. I'm still getting less time to manage.
Okay, got it, got it. So, okay, moving ahead to our next question. Like, why do you think it is important to start early in coding? And do you even think that one should start early in coding? Is it good for a person?
Yeah, it
What are
depends
the
person
thoughts?
to person. If like if a kid is interested in coding and all programming, then he should start in early age, because if he starts in early age, he gets a head start on all the people, and he can just learn all the coding languages and stuff. Because in 11th and 12th standard, there's a lot of pressure for you to get into colleges and get good marks in boards and all. So in 11th and 12th standard, it is going to be a problem to manage all the coding and the, because in the early age you get a lot of time on your hands to invest in
Hmm.
these type of stuff, so you can easily manage and build your portfolio in the early age. But
Okay.
yeah,
Yeah, you were saying something, but you can
yeah,
continue.
so
Proceed.
so yeah, yeah. But if like a kid is not interested, and then there are some like ad campaigns and all the coaching institutes that try to teach kids how to code. I think that's just waste of their time, because like if a kid is not interested in coding, then you are just wasting his time. He's not gonna understand anything, and in the end it's just waste.
Yeah, so this series is basically for the, so we are here for the students who are, who has some interest in coding, and
Yeah.
also students who are starting to develop an inclination towards coding, so that they can know that okay, how they have to go ahead, and this happens if they do coding, this way they have to manage their school and their extra learning efforts. So this is basically, a series is about is for the students who are interested in coding, and if they are not interested in coding, I would say that please don't do it. It's all about your
Yeah,
interest, because yeah,
yeah,
everything is about interest only.
that is true.
Okay, so moving ahead on our next question, it will be okay. Before moving ahead to the next question, my next question will be somewhat on the personal level, which is
Yeah.
related to the your parental affirmation regarding coding, like uh, because usually according to our Indian society, like I would say, in our society parents are majorly into like, okay, if you are doing the school, do the school, but don't distract yourself in anything else, one thing at
Yeah.
a time. So did you face this kind of problem, or everybody was very supportive at your house when you were doing these two things?
Yeah, my parents are really supportive. So when I started coding, so they were really happy. Like I was learning stuff on my own, and I did stuff on my own, learning and all. So now after joining Geeks for Geeks and all, my parents are really happy and supportive. They just say one thing, that if I'm getting good marks, I can do whatever. Just
Yeah,
it should not
that is the basic
impact my
requirement of
studies.
every parent,
Yeah.
right? Cool. So are you getting good marks?
Yes, yes, yes. I'm really getting good marks.
Cool. Okay. So now moving on to the some industry. Let's talk about some industry insights. Like, what are your thoughts on the future aspect of the coding industry? What
Ah,
is your take on this?
coding is here to stay. I think the main thing that is going to be very impactful in the future is machine learning and artificial intelligence, because I think that is not grown the most currently. Currently on the peak is app development and website making, but I think in the future artificial intelligence is going to be the everything, because everything will be artificially intelligent.
Okay. Okay. Cheek. So now this will be my last question from you. Which programming language do you prefer and why?
Yeah, I prefer Python because Python is basically very simple language, very easy to understand. But that's not my main point. The main point is I am currently into machine learning, and Python is the main thing in machine learning. It's the main core language in which you develop most of the machine learning models and APIs and all. So that's why I prefer Python. But to be honest, for early coders, I recommend Python and JavaScript more, because JavaScript allows you to create more kind of like AI, UI based applications, and it is also
Okay.
the
Yeah.
basics of many small and many APIs and frameworks like React Native and all. So I recommend JavaScript to more of the newer coders, because they can learn it and then expand their coding and makes application directly with what they have learned in the early stage.
Cool. Perfect. Perfect.
Yeah,
So thank you so much for all the answers, and I hope that our audience have got their answers too. Now let's move on to our next a very small session that is called this or that. You have to choose one very quickly between the two options that I'll give you, and in some of the options I'll also ask you why you are choosing this particular option. Okay.
yeah,
Cool. So let's
great.
begin with this or that. My first option to you is in this and that is Android or iOS.
Android, Android.
Why?
Why? It gives you customizability. That's all.
Okay.
It gives you
Second,
more choices over everything.
cool. Get it completely. Ebook or paper book?
Paper book.
Reason.
Reason, screen time. All because of all this pandemic, screen time has been too much on like
Too
our
much.
eyes, and yeah, everything is on screen. So I prefer paper books now.
Okay. What do you prefer to study on? PC or laptop?
Laptop.
You can carry it
Earlier,
anywhere.
yeah, if you have this ability to just carry it and use it wherever you want. Also,
Okay.
power shortage. It's a main very big problem here. So like,
Okay. Got it. Yeah, that is more convenient then.
yeah,
Okay. Favorite e-commerce website, Flipkart or Amazon?
Amazon.
Why?
Why? Because it has more PC parts. I searched on Flipkart, it has no PC parts available to buy.
Nice, good. This is the very different answer that I'm getting right now between Amazon and Flipkart. So yeah, you're the winner, I guess. So okay, next one could be tricky. What do you like more, maths or science?
Science.
You like science?
Yes.
Okay, because this is very strange because up tak for from all the guests, you are the first one who's opted for science. So
Oh,
again, you have a very different answer. That's great. So yes, this was the end of our this and that session. Thank you so much, Parth, for for playing this very 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 small game with us.
Yes.
Now, at the last, I would like you to request. I would like you to just tell our audience if you're working on some project, or if you have worked on some project, you want to share that with our audience. You can please share with our audience.
So I'm currently working with a friend on an AI project. It's an audio logging app. So the main idea is that we'll have an audio logging app. You can just record your audio and it will categorize all the things that you have said into first text, and then it will sector out the main points that you have told, and it will also arrange the events that you have told. Like main events, it will arrange them out into your calendar. So it can be like a arrange mm, memories app. So like you can in later you can have like short memories like Google Photos does, like it shows you images from your
Right.
last year or last weekend what you were doing. So it basically will arrange your the items that what you did on last 5 years ago or whatever. So that's the main concept what we are building.
Oh, okay. Wow. So, congratulations and all the best for your project.
Thank you.
So, that was pretty much it, Parth. Thank you so much for agreeing to conduct the session with us.
Thanks for
And thank you
inviting me.
You're most welcome. We wish you all the very best and all the good luck for your future. And we hope to conduct another session with you in future for sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much for being here with us.
Yeah.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you too.
Take care.
Bye bye.
I
Goodbye.
hope you also enjoyed the session, right?
Yeah, I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it very much.
Okay, take care. Bye.
Bye bye.
So, guys, that was it. That was today's session. It was smooth, short, crisp, every answer to the point, and that's what you guys like, right? Like, no exaggeration of any point, any question, any answer. Okay. So, now, before winding up this session, I would like, if you are really inspired and really want to pursue coding, and you are a school student and you're a very beginner, you are a student between 8th to 12th standard, there is this course that we have recently launched, like first step to coding. And you can enroll to free demo classes of the same. Yes, guys, it's free demo classes, weekend free demo classes. The link of the same is mentioned in the description below. You can just tap on it and just check out that what are the formalities. It's completely free. You can just check out the demo classes, and if you like it, you can enroll to the course. It will be just your, perfect entry to the world of coding. I'm telling you, it will be the best decision that you can make to enter and start your career in coding. So, without any delay, you can just go to the description. You don't need to listen to me any further. You can just go, because I will just bid a buy now. So you can just go to the description, click on the link, and just check. And also, don't forget to follow us on our Instagram. Uh, Page, that is Geeks for Geeks School. So please indulge there, comment, like our posts. So yes, we, and also you can suggest, you can give your feedback is always 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 welcome. There is this comment section in our Facebook blog as well. You can just go down and just tell us that what all type of content you will be requiring, or you will need it, what you school students, 8 to 12 standard students are looking for from the point of content from us. Just tell us and we'll try to generate that content for you, and so that we can help you in your journeys. So yeah, that was pretty much. Check out the course, keep learning, and yes, see you again very and super soon. Bye bye, take care.